Hey guys, welcome to another episode of My Bad Assets. Today, guys, we're going to talk about 3 credit scams that could really mess y'all up. So let's get started, okay? Hey y'all, my name is Alan Sasoyev and I'm the founder of MyBadAssets.com. Now I could sit here and tell you guys how all this got formed as a direct result of my activities as a real estate investor and a real estate coach, but I know you guys could care less about that, right? You guys want to learn about credit, credit repair, and how to perfect your credit, don't you? I mean, truth is, you could care less about me. You want to know how I can help you fix your credit so that you can get the things you want out of life, like, new car, maybe purchase a home, or just the peace of mind knowing you have the credit you need if you've got some sort of emergency for yourself or your family. Am I right? Well, it just so happens that due to the activities I do in real estate, I have become a credit perfection expert. And I do mean credit perfection. Here at mybadassets.com, guys, we don't play around with credit repair. I mean, I really believe credit repair by itself is pretty useless. So many times I see people who get credit sweeps done, and sure, all the bad marks on their credit are gone, but you know what? Now they're left with a blank file, and guess what? That doesn't help you guys either. Please take a few moments, check out the content. At the end of the video, I'll give you guys a look at some of the products we've got available now, as well as a bunch of the free stuff that'll help get you guys on the road to credit perfection. Now, if you've not already done so, you should subscribe to this channel because we will be releasing content often to help you guys understand everything that's going on in the world of credit right now. You can subscribe by clicking the button right down there to the right. Other than that, like I said, take a look at the video, ask questions and comments, comment in the comment section. I'm always up for some questions. And take a look at the products and the free stuff I've got at the end. Also, generally I'll mention free stuff that you can get just by watching the videos. The link for that is also going to be at the very end of this video, so watch it to the end and you can get the link there. We're all in this together, guys. So whatever I can do to help you guys, I'm happy to do so. So, you guys want to learn about some credit? Let's learn about some credit, shall we?
Let me start off by saying I'm really not one for, quote, the rules. I hate rules. If there's a way to get a loophole and find a way around the rules, trust me, I'm the guy that's going to find a way to do it legally. Especially, I hate rules that are stupid, bogus, or completely ineffective. We have lots and lots of laws like that in this country. And the thing is, guys, if we've got a law on the books and we don't like it, we just need to change the law. We don't need to simply disobey it. That causes even more problems. Besides, think about it. If I'm following it and you're not, or you're following the rule and then I'm not, is that really fair for everybody, right? The 3 biggest scams I'm going to talk about today are renting trade lines, which is also called piggybacking, scams that involve bogus CPN or EIN or social security numbers, and simply lying about having had an identity theft. In other words, crying wolf. So let's talk about crying wolf first. According to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, if you've been a victim of identity theft, then once you report it to the credit bureaus, within 4 days, all of those fraudulent accounts will be removed from your credit report. That's great. Now, if you've truly been a victim of identity theft, that's going to be an awesome news because you can get things removed extremely quickly, and the thieves are thwarted from messing with your credit further. It blocks everything out from them. The thing is, the people who would cheat are always going to learn bigger and better ways to cheat. So unsurprisingly, there are scam artists out there who will not just help you file a false identity theft report with the credit bureaus. Some of them are even able to falsify police reports in order to support the fraudulent identity theft claim. Now, I'm sure you guys can see where that might be a little bit illegal. If you're caught doing that, the authorities will not just go after the company you hired. They're going to go after you, and they're going to go after you hard. In fact, they're probably going to go after you primarily and the company you hired secondarily. The trip to prison for that one is around 4 years. Another common credit scam involves efforts to create and use a new credit file, essentially making your damaged credit file irrelevant. This particular scam can be especially dangerous, and it comes in 3 flavors: the CPN number scam, the EIN number scam, and the SSN, the Social Security number scam. A credit privacy number, as it's called, a CPN, is generally marketed as a 9-digit identification number that can be used in place of a Social Security number when applying for credit. An employer identification number, an EIN, is how businesses identify themselves to the IRS. The fraudsters who run these scams will try to convince you that they can sell you a CPN or an EIN, which you can use to then create a new clean credit file for yourself with all three of the credit bureaus. Now, a credit privacy number, this CPN we're talking about, it's supposedly this 9-digit number that you use instead of your social security number, and they sell it like it's somehow going to protect your privacy. Sometimes CPNs are referred to as secondary credit numbers or SCN numbers. Others may call them just credit profile numbers. Whatever they're called, officials say that CPNs are bad news. First, they don't actually even exist, according to the Federal Trade Commission. Second, if you're using any number in place of your social security number on a credit application, you are committing a federal crime. Let me say that again. If you use any number that is not your social on a credit application and then you go and sign that credit application, you have committed a federal crime. EIN numbers in and of themselves are not inherently illegal. However, if you try to use that instead of your social security number on a credit file, or excuse me, on a credit application, then you've committed bank fraud. If you do it through the mail rather than online, you've potentially also committed mail fraud and wire fraud as well. You don't want to go there. Now, I'm going to talk about EINs a little bit more in a second here because there is some good ways to use them. The third of these scams is perhaps, to me, it's the most dastardly. There are those who will try to sell you the social security number of somebody else. Usually it's people who are deceased. That's the most popular way to do this. What this means is that you're essentially starting a whole new credit identity as some dead person. Hardly fair to the system and certainly illegal, guys. Again, I don't think it takes rocket scientists to figure out that that's probably not the right way to go. When you are filling out an application for credit, it asks you for your social. And if you knowingly use any 9-digit number that is not your social security number, then it's going to be hard for you to argue that you're not committing bank fraud. Now, let me say this about EIN numbers. I said I'd talk about that here in a sec. As I mentioned, EINs are used by businesses for federal and state tax identification. Think of them as like the business version of a social security number. You can totally and legitimately set up credit in the name of a business that you own. In fact, that's one of the ways that you can make your credit bulletproof. In that, see, the credit ends up belonging to the business, not you, even though you get to use the credit. And so if the business fails, then it's the entity that gets the bad credit, not you. These are not easy to set up. It takes specific steps with specific credit reporting bureaus and creditors. These are not the credit bureaus that we use for personal credit. And I cover this in great depth in my Ultimate Credit Repair course and some of my other courses as well. If you're interested in learning how to make your credit bulletproof at that level, then I would totally invite you guys to check out the course at askalhow.com/credit repair course. Now, a totally legitimate strategy that can help you rebuild damaged credit or just to establish credit is to ask a friend or a family member to add you as an authorized user to an existing credit card account. Being added as an authorized user could potentially give you or give your credit score a boost by helping you increase your average age of your accounts, possibly lowering your revolving credit utilization ratio, and definitely adding a generally good account to an otherwise bad report or non-existent report. Thing is, the people who would cheat always cheat, and they find a way to cheat this as well. There are companies out there that act as brokers between credit-challenged consumers and those with well-managed, well-aged credit accounts. Essentially, for a hefty fee, the consumer with the credit problem can pay to be added as an authorized user to some stranger's good credit card account. So, you shell out big bucks. Last I checked, it was between $750 and $2,500 per trade line. The broker keeps his hefty fee, and the actual cardholder gets a little bit to boot. Participating in such overtly dishonest means of manipulating your credit could find you on the wrong side of a bank fraud suit, or even mail fraud, by the way. Good luck fighting that one, guys, because you're sitting there saying that you have good or that you are an authorized user, which you are, but you don't even own this person. You don't know them from Adam, and it's going to be hard to argue when they can prove that you bought that. I'd like to read you something specifically from Experian's website. This is the quote. If you pay money to improve your credit scores without doing any of the work or even getting the card to use, you could be falsely representing your creditworthiness to a potential lender. In other words, you're lying. With the FICO Scores 8 model, which was introduced in 2009, FICO included the technology to help reduce the impact of buying trade lines, so the practice may not even give you the boost you're looking for. So, guys, not only is it legally questionable, it's also probably not even going to work as of 2009, and that was 10 years ago. I guarantee you their algorithms are even better at spotting this sort of behavior nowadays. Always. Computers get better every day, right? Besides, let's do the math. You can pay for a trade line. Let's say you pay the guy the minimum, $750, the lowest end of it, for a single trade line. Or you could do something like, I don't know, buy my course, which is $97, and learn how to fix everything in your credit report on your own. Even if you go with a credit repair company, you may still pop out $70 or $750 to, maybe $2,500 to that company, but at least you'll end up getting your entire credit report worked on, not just a single trade line. Seems to me like an awful lot of risk for pretty little return. What do you guys think? The bottom line is this, y'all. There's a lot of ways to repair bad credit. Scamming your way to get there isn't necessarily the best idea. Don't take the risk.
Okay guys, as I pointed out at the beginning, we've got some products available for purchase. You'll notice I don't do any hardcore sales technique. I generally speaking make my money coaching people in real estate investing. Yes, there's products. Yes, they're for sale. Everything here is designed to help you guys out. Okay, there's a do-it-yourself course right over here. There's a do-it-yourself course if you're interested in something like that. And if you'd rather have us do it for you, I can tell you, we are definitely experts at what we do, so much so that we'll even guarantee the results. So if you're interested, just go check out the link at mybadassets.com/products. There's also a free webinar. That'll help you guys out as well. The link is here on the slide. And then for other free resources that I mentioned throughout these videos, you can go here at this other part, Ask Al How, for free credit repair resources. Finally, I want to recommend that the only credit monitoring service that we recommend is smartcredit.com. If you click on this link, smartcredit.com/Ask Al How, we have arranged some extra freebies for you guys as our students and our clients, okay? Again, put your questions in the comments section below. I'll try to get back to you guys as quickly as I can. And remember that here at mybadassets.com, we're not just credit repair or credit fixing or credit restoration. At mybadassets.com, we are credit perfection. That's it for now, folks. See you guys next time.